Farriery, or the shoeing of horses, is an ancient trade that dates back to the Roman Empire. A farrier is a skilled craftsperson, capable of making shoes to suit all types of horses and their working conditions. The farrier must learn how to become a forger, a welder, a toolmaker and a shoemaker, as well as having the knowledge to diagnose and treat lameness. The process of making and nailing on shoes hasn't changed for centuries, but modern-day farriers have a greater understanding of the horse's anatomy and the different shoeing requirements for the varying equine disciplines. In England, a fellowship of farriers was set up in 1356, and since 1890, farriers have been required to train and pass exams to be able to practice professionally. To learn more about the training process, we travelled to Myerscough College in the northwest of England to meet the next generation of farriers. Alan Worthington is a senior tutor at the college.
It is very important you have an interest in horses. It's certainly not a job you could do, without that interest. And it is a career or lifestyle more than a 9-to-5 job, without a doubt. So of all the farriers in the UK, approved training farriers have done an extra qualification to specifically gear themselves up to training. You then become an indentured apprentice and he will send you to one of the colleges for your block release. The farrier course at Myerscough is linked directly to a 4-year apprenticeship, and they come into college for 2 3-week blocks each year with a final exam which is run by the Worshipful Company of Farriers, an outside examining body who come in at block 8 to test the apprentice's knowledge and skills.
Whilst at Myerscough, the apprentices partake in both theory and practical sessions.
The colleges cover theory to quite an in-depth level. We cover whole horse anatomy, including heart, lungs, spine, nervous system, to a sort of overall view, in depth of the lower limb, particularly to veterinary level. If you don't understand the surrounding anatomy to that specific part of the anatomy, you would not be able to correct it or help the horse. This morning we were going over shoeing styles and shoe types, so whatever the horse is doing for work. The practical session this afternoon will link directly to this morning's session. We'll do a demonstration just showing part of the shoemaking process. They will then go away and have a go at that process. We will supervise them and help them.
On our trip to Myerscough, there was a new intake of apprentices who've recently joined the college for their first block of study.
I've had horses ever since I was tiny. My family's grown up with horses. I currently have 3. I've been in touch with blacksmiths ever since I was about 15 and competing in blacksmithing competitions, and so I just kind of put 2 and 2 together and decided to go with Farrier.
It's always what I've wanted to do. I've never changed my mind at all. Since I was young, it's always what I've wanted to do, yeah. You learn a lot in that anatomy and stuff like that, and like bones and tendons and ligaments and stuff like that in the foot. Like, so if you're speaking to a vet, like to do a remedial job or anything like that, you know exactly what they're talking about.
It's not as many girls here, but we all get treated equally. We're all completely have equal odds of passing. I find it as easy as they do. I don't find it any more difficult than they do, and it's just one of those things you've just got to have the will to do it.
The college organises regular visits to the Lancashire Constabulary Mounted Division to shoe police horses, allowing the apprentices to put what they've been learning into practice.
We've been a mounted branch for 104 years now. We have 21 horses, we have 15 officers and 2 sergeants. Basically, day in, day out, they go out on patrol. They do high visibility patrol in areas where of crime, disorder, help with antisocial behaviour.
The relationship between the police stables and college started really when I used to shoe for the police stables. Then when college offered me a full-time employment, they took over the contract for the police stables. enabling all apprentices to go. And it does give the apprentices a sort of taste of normality or back to reality.
We can get a horse in at 3 or 4 and they stay with us to at 18, 22 years of age, but without good farrier and good shoes, they wouldn't last anywhere near. I know at my school they don't have the horses this size, and when they go out and finish their course, they're going to have to deal with horses this size, you know, every single day. So to be able to have this resource, it's really important that they come and get used to the size of all these horses while plying the trade.
The visit to the mounted police allows the college tutors to get a chance to see the apprentices in the workplace.
It's brilliant making shoes. It's quite frustrating sometimes if you make mistakes and the rest of the shoe is good, but it's just practice and practice, and it's the only way you can get better, so just what you have to do. And it's good to compete, and I'm looking forward to getting better and better.